Do you know what's crazy? I can walk to a room and see a bunch of beautiful women, right? It's very rare that I walk into a room and see a bunch of good-looking men.
That creator that got on here was like, oh, we don't call men ugly enough. She's absolutely correct. We need to start calling them ugly more because it hurts their feelings.
Most men are deeply unattractive because of Mother Nature and something called the Great Scam.
Imagine if this was normal to say about women. Like no backlash, no pushback, just laughs and comments agreeing. Somehow it's been completely acceptable publicly to call men ugly. Not as a preference, but really just like as a punchline. And today, I want to talk about how that became normalized, why it's rewarded online, and what it's actually done and doing to modern dating.
Do you think that ugly men look in a mirror and think that they're ugly? Because, okay. Like, this is assuming that they know that they're ugly. And nothing is more common than a man who just thinks that they're the best when they are so mediocre. Like,
True.
I don't know that men look in the mirror and think that, like, they are so ugly.
Well, it just depends. I think there are a lot of delusional men out there.
I think that there's, like, men that are like, I'm short, but I'm tall standing on my money. And there's, like,
Yeah.
I might be ugly, but, like, who cares? Because I have friends and access and money and a career and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and I want to start this by saying this conversation is going to feel really
Mean.
shallow, but we can't deny that.
Two people that used to be ugly.
Let me be clear about what this is not. This isn't about forcing attraction. This isn't about telling anyone who they should date. It's not about men asking for validation. It's about public humiliation being reframed as honesty. There's a difference between saying I'm not attracted to him and saying men are ugly. One is a preference, the other is character judgment aimed at an entire group. And only one of those is being normalized.
This might be super shallow, but there's so many beautiful women in the world and all the men are collectively ugly.
Average women consider average men as ugly and beneath them. But why is it a woman's fault if you're ugly?
Watch these
And
clips.
would
Notice
you
the
even
tone.
date
It's
someone
casual, it's
who
confident,
considers
it's
ugly?
rewarded. It's likes, it shares, it's comments agreeing. Speaking of that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Social media doesn't reward empathy, it rewards simplicity, shock, and contempt. And insulting men has become socially the content. But this didn't happen overnight. Dating apps trained people to judge quickly and discard even faster. Endless swiping turned human beings into just options. And when people feel replaceable, respect becomes optional. At the same time, therapy language went mainstream, which isn't a bad thing, but it gets distorted. Speak your truth. I don't owe kindness. Kindness is just honesty. Honesty without empathy turns into cruelty.
I hate dating as a woman in tech because if I try to date a guy in tech, they're typically really ugly and they have a whole bunch of nerdy interests that I can't relate to. There's some types of guys who work in tech who are attractive and we might have the same interests, but they think they are too smart and they are really full of themselves, and I don't like dating that type of guy either. If I try to date someone who doesn't work in tech, but they aren't a high earner, they end up feeling too insecure and they aren't able to afford the type of things that I can, like fine dining and traveling. So dating as a woman in tech is not for the weak. If you are a woman in tech, let me know if you have had some good or bad dating experiences.
It's not even all about looks because women are compassionate and we fall in love with ugly men all the time. I have, and I was fully aware he was ugly. But beware when you do that because you just raised his stock and now all the bad bitches are curious, like, what does she see in this ugly motherfucker? Now he done got too big for his britches and treating you like you the ugly one. Now you crying and your friends are looking at his picture and looking back at you like, bitch, with all that judgment, you gonna embarrass
Here's the uncomfortable part. Calling men ugly is framed as confidence. Calling women ugly is framed as hatred. Same insult, different moral weight. And when a group realizes it's open season on them, they don't argue. They just withdraw.
They always talk about when a woman gets fed up, but they never talk about when a man does. Listen, I'm gonna take the chance and speak up for the fellas on this one. Ladies, we get tired too. We get fed up too, right? We get tired of the lies. We get tired of the inconsistent stuff. We get tired of the lack of effort. We get tired of the same shit. And at some point in time, we have to make that same decision that y'all make to do what's best for us. We have to make that same decision. Listen, y'all say when a woman's fed up, man, listen, men get fed up too. We get fed up too. Fellas, man, if you agree with me, man, just drop it in the comments, man. Let me know that I'm not by myself with this one, because at the end of the day, you got to do what's right for you. You can't keep dealing with the same shit. 2026, no more.
I'm at the point in my life where I don't care about women. And I'm not saying this like, oh, screw them. No, that's not the context of what I'm saying. God bless women. You know, they're very important. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of men depend on a woman's validation and acceptance to feel good about themselves as men. And that used to be me. But then I realized how dumb that is. Like, you got to get that from yourself by putting in work every single day and trying to get past your struggles. And now that I've accepted this and I've done this for a couple of years now, it completely has detached the need to have women in my life. You know, like trying to go out on dates and meet new, like it doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm detached from it. I'm very focused on my life, and I'm not against, like, if I meet someone in public and we hit it off, that's cool. But if not, I'm not tripping about it. I'm cool. And people might think I'm weird. People are like, oh, I bet you talk to girls and this and that. I'm like, no, bro, my phone's dry and I like it like that. Like, I'm focused on my business. I'm focused on being the best I can be, getting closer to God. If I meet someone, I meet someone. But like I said, I think that's the key, is just being detached and just live your life. And eventually, I think you attract the right people for you. And if not, then that's out of my control. So, yeah, that's how I feel in regards to women. You know, at least me interacting with them. I don't necessarily need it anymore. And I think women should feel the same way about men. But that's just me.
This narrative didn't start on TikTok. For decades, movies and television became reinforced with the idea that man is a punchline. The average, awkward, or unattractive man paired with a woman who's clearly above him. The joke was always the same. How did he get her? Rarely is it the reverse.
This might be super shallow, but there's so many beautiful women in the world, and all the men are collectively ugly.
When men hear this message repeatedly, that they're ugly, undesirable, or lucky to be chosen, they respond in predictable ways. Some overcompensate with money, some disengage with dating altogether, some internalize resentment, some stop trying. This isn't about feelings, it's about behavior.
I kind of feel like when you look at a man, you can already tell that they come from a mutated chromosome. I feel like the way that they physically look, you can already tell that they were a failed experiment at becoming a woman, and so they had no choice to become a man. Because I am sorry, you can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it eugenics, I don't care. Beauty, in my opinion,
and here's the irony. The same culture that says men need to be confident also normalizes contempt towards them. Confidence doesn't grow in humiliation. Preferences don't require public shaming. Standards don't require insults. Honesty doesn't really require cruelty. When contempt becomes entertainment, connection disappears. So you really have to ask yourself this. Is calling men ugly just honesty, or is it disrespect become socially acceptable? And would this still be acceptable if the roles were reversed?